Hi, I'm Heather Lursey. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about back to school, or more specifically, the first day of school. Now, I know that not everyone loves the first day of school. I was one of those kids that first day of school was the best day of the entire year for me. I guess that makes sense since I became an educator. Actually, this fall of 22 will be my 50th first day of school in a row. Never missed a first day of school. So, I love it. But what can you do to help your child get ready for their first day of school? First off, I would say look at your school's information. Maybe their website, maybe they have emailed out some information. So you can get a good idea of what types of things your child will need. I think most schools have a supply list. That will be something that your child will need for school. They'll also probably need new clothing, maybe a new pair of shoes. And you're going to want to know what the school approves or doesn't approve of. Most schools will have some sort of a dress code. And sometimes some of those things might seem silly, but they're there for a reason. I know at my school, we do not allow preschoolers to wear shoes that either make noise or light up. And it's because it's unbelievably distracting. So as much fun as those are, we ask that parents do not buy those for school. So make sure you look those things up and you know what it is that your child will need. Your child's also likely going to need a lunchbox, maybe a backpack. Very important to know maybe what the dimensions are, what's allowed at school. Maybe your school won't allow a rolling backpack. Some of them are quite large. So just make sure you know those things. And make sure your child goes shopping with you so that they can help to pick out some of the things that are their favorite. They'll feel part of the process, feel a lot happier about their new journey back to school. I would also say to make sure you label everything. As much as we think we're not going to lose anything, you would be stunned at the number of lunchboxes, backpacks, water bottles, shoes, clothing, everything you can imagine. So if you label it, it will probably get back to you. If you don't label it, then probably not. So that's getting ready for that first day. You will also get great benefit out of maybe attending any school events prior to the first day of school. Maybe your school will have a meet the teacher day. Maybe they'll have some sort of a school picnic. You can call your school and maybe find out if there's some other first graders who are new to the neighborhood and want to get together over the summer. The more opportunities that you can give both yourself and your child to feel comfortable, to have met the teacher, to see the classroom before the first day, just to know where the school is, make that drive, maybe to meet a few friends before school starts. All of those things are going to make the first day of school a lot happier, more comfortable, both for you and for your child. I also think that it's a good idea, of course, as summer is winding down, to get back into an appropriate sleep schedule. No one likes to do this, no one likes to hear about this, but as would be logical, your best bet is to maybe back up bedtime or getting up time by 15 minutes each day so that you can ease back into a schedule that's appropriate. I know a lot of us in the summertime let our kids stay up, and that's fun. Let them sleep in. That's great. But of course, during the school year, they're going to need a better schedule. They're going to need plenty of sleep. The amount of sleep children need is a lot, and we don't want to mess with that sleep schedule. It's going to be one of the things that will help them be most successful. So work on that. I would recommend getting your child an alarm clock, and I don't mean their phone. I mean an actual alarm clock. as young as you would like to start doing that, because it will help them to start getting up on their own. Think of it as pre-training for the college days when you're not going to be there, and you will certainly not be there to wake them up to go to school. So get that started as early as possible. And speaking of phones, I would recommend that phones not be charging in a child's bedroom. I would recommend that if your child has a phone, that maybe they be charged in the kitchen overnight. Maybe you have a family desk in the den, maybe even your own bedroom. I do know from years and years of experience that kids who have phones and have access to them during the evening, during the nighttime hours, will be awakened by them. Someone will text them, someone will call them, and it disrupts their sleep. So I highly recommend charging them somewhere else besides the bedroom. Might also be good advice for parents. Okay, so once you have got that sleep schedule down, make sure that your child has the best chance at sleep the night before school. Of course, they're going to be very excited. I could never eat breakfast on the first day of school because I was so excited. But you want to give them the best chance possible. So same rules apply to any person. Maybe take a warm bath, maybe stretch a little bit, make sure their room is cool and dark, unless they need like a night light or something to that effect, and read a story. Remember to be very positive about school and school coming up, how exciting it is. Whether you think so or not, it will be best for your child if you're positive. Before we go on, do me a big favor and subscribe, like, or ring the bell. We've got lots of great content coming out, an endless supply of ideas, so I hope that you will do that. I would really appreciate that. On that morning when you wake up, of course, your child's going to need some protein for breakfast. If you only eat sugar, then they are going to get hungry before lunchtime. So some type of protein in their breakfast is a good idea. It doesn't mean you have to get up and cook a full breakfast. There's plenty of protein drinks, protein bars, things like that. Experiment with it and help your child to have something that's going to last them until lunchtime. So when you get to school, again, remember to be positive, and then let your child go in. When you pick them up, ask them something special that happened during the day. What was their favorite thing? What did they like to do? Did they meet a new friend? Did they play with someone on the playground? Or did they maybe work with someone or sit next to someone on their circle time or color with someone? Give them specific things to tell you. Asking how their day went is going to get you the same answer, which is usually fine. And nobody wants that answer. We want to really be able to talk to them about their day. So, as I said, be positive, ask them those positive questions, be enthusiastic and listen to them. And I think that your kids are going to have a great school year. Thanks.